Hello there, it's been almost 3 years since I filmed a complete no makeup routine, and as someone who always loves living in that fresh-faced, sheer coverage, skin-like finish part of the beauty world, it's definitely time for an updated video, gathering some of my favourite lightweight formulas to create a naturally enhanced complexion. No makeup is not about having perfect skin by any means, we're just using light layers to let most of our skin shine through, then very specifically pinpoint concealing and brightening right where we need it, so the overall look looks like your skin on a great day. I also think it's important to note that a no makeup minimal look isn't necessarily about using a minimal number of products. People sometimes comment that on my videos and say, well, this isn't minimal, look at all this. But to me, no makeup is also about the way you're applying products. You can have lots of different elements combine and play with different items to still reach a fresh complexion result if that's what you're after. So let's go. Beginning with one of my top base products of 2024, I absolutely fell for this tinted serum last year, so I'm so happy to be working with Typology. Part of this video is in paid partnership with the brand. I was so excited when they reached out to me, and they're a particularly seamless fit in a no makeup topic because they're actually not a makeup brand. Typology is a French, vegan, cruelty-free skincare brand made in France with a neat edit of tinted care hybrid products too, delivering skincare benefits and easy sheer coverage. The beautiful packaging in these glass bottles is a bonus. You've heard me rave about it before. This tinted serum is the highlight of their range for me. A lightweight, light coverage fluid made with vitamin C, squalane, and aloe vera. It's not a foundation. This truly feels like applying a skincare serum. The texture is stunning, light, smooth, and silky. It glides on for a touch of your skin but better coverage with a healthy, dewy finish. Comes in 6 sheer shades. I wear type 1 fair. I hope they'll expand as the brand continues to grow. This made my 2024 makeup favorites and 2024 best base list for a reason. I think it's the perfect example of no makeup. Luckily, Typology is bringing effortless French beauty to the world with international shipping from their global site and a gift for you. For 1 week after this video goes live, if you visit the link below, you'll receive a free shimmering dry oil with orders over $40. This is like an amped up golden version of their gorgeous glow drops, I'll show you shortly, made with vitamin C and 5 organic botanical oils for a luminous, pearly satin finish. The texture is so thin and light on the skin. I love wearing a glow like this on my décolletage and collarbones in the summer, so this fits right into that category for you lucky things heading into warmer weather in the Northern Hemisphere. You can access that offer via the link below. Onto concealer. I've always loved Lisa Eldridge's pinpoint concealing approach, concentrating concealer exactly where you need it. And her new pinpoint concealer micro correcting pencil has a tiny tip to dot directly onto spots or broken capillaries to help them disappear before your eyes. The best way I can demonstrate the effect for you on camera is by camouflaging some tiny freckles on my hand. This creamy but waxy gel is designed to stay put, so it's best for precise work, not drawing it on larger areas or under the eyes. Instead, under my eyes, I've been trying a light reflecting technique I saw on TikTok recently. Anna Honora used Typology's glow drops under her eyes in a no makeup look, and given I love a fluid under eye brightener, I gave it a try and really liked the effect. This radiant formula is made with vitamin C, and you can make it multitask by adding a few drops to your moisturizer, mixing it into the tinted serum, trying a little bit under your eyes like I did, or concentrating it as a highlighter like I usually do. Look at that glow. It's not no makeup when you dial it up, but if I only use a small amount, you can see that second swatch in the middle of my hand doesn't look like makeup sitting on top of it. It just looks like your real skin with a healthy, hydrated glow. Always brushing up my brows, Typology's Fortifying Brow Gel is a new addition to my brow rotation. This formula comes in 3 shades, very popular, so they're currently out of stock, but you can join the waitlist on their website. This contains P-peptides to help strengthen your brows and encourage growth over time. And in the meantime, shade 2 brown gives me a natural, feathery look and feels creamy, not crunchy. Cream blush that looks like it's part of your skin is compulsory for me. For no makeup, try to pick a shade that mimics your natural flush. Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek in Enigma does the trick on my fair skin. This is an understated rose beige for a pinch of colour, sheer but buildable, easy to blend with a non-sticky, dewy finish. One of my favourites from the past year. I skipped bronzer in this routine because I sometimes like to add subtle warmth to the face with a sun-kissed blush instead to keep it more natural, and let's face it, being pale, not bronzed, is my natural state. Victoria Beckham Beauty Cheeky Posh in Playground is a mid-tone terracotta that subtly shapes my face, placing my blush up and out along my cheekbones. One trick to no shadow and adding sneaky depth to your lids is a shade that's a few shades deeper than your natural eyelid colour. I've been enjoying peachy, beigey, soft browns lately. Hello, MAC Paint Pot in Lay and Low. I discovered this when my friend makeup artist Millie Hurd did my makeup for a wedding last year. Perfect for a one and done look or as a base. Speaking of MAC and one and done shadows, Elizabeth C, an Aussie makeup artist on TikTok, is sharing a beautiful beige shadow series at the moment. And let me know if you'd like to see me try some of her picks. I'm very tempted. Another shadow that came to mind in my peachy beige brainstorm was Lisa Eldridge Liquid Silk in Irene. The whole shade range is a perfect neutral palette, smooth, soft focus mattes that blend evenly and never look flat or chalky. This is the shade I've reached for most, starting with a small dot or one swipe close to my lash line, then blending upwards. These are pigmented, so you only need a tiny bit to create a light layer. I know I sound like a Mecca Max and Vive Shadow Stick broken record, but in my first no makeup video in years, they had to be here. If you're in Australia, Mecca Max Zoom Shadow Stick mattes feel like the best kept secret in the whole Mecca store. Very smooth, creamy, easy. Taupe comes everywhere with me for my lids but better, low-key colour. You can even treat it as a chunky liner and smudge that out for just a hint of definition. Then Vive Eye Wand in Hazelnut is more widely available. Brought this back from London in March, and it appeared in my 5-minute makeup video because it's what I've reached for a fast, fuss-free eye look lately. So smooth and creamy too, in an ideal, warm, buildable brown. Scribble it on and blend with your fingertips or a fluffy brush. It's brown mascara's time to shine, but Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes in Dream Pop is even better. It's a berry brown. Another formula I've told you about recently, but I'm obsessed with how light and lengthening this looks. Don't worry, it's not a bold berry choice. This is no makeup, so the burgundy colour doesn't stand out on my dark brown lashes, but it does sneakily enhance my green eyes. A kiss of colour on the lips to finish. Typology's Tinted Lip Oil in Powder Pink is a thin but juicy pick made with vitamin E, squalane and jojoba oil to nourish lips. This gives you a hint of pretty soft pink and glassy, non-sticky shine. Comes in 6 shades and you can turn them all into a minimal wash by patting the colour into the lips with a fingertip and dabbing any excess on your cheeks. They also have a new sheer honey shade which is completely clear if I want to keep it super simple and focus on comfort with glossy shine to still add a bit of life to my lips. Regular viewers will know my end of year favourites videos are inevitably a summary of enhancing my natural lip colour tones, and one of the top products still in my bag from last year is Lisa Eldridge Balm Embrace in Epanouie. Balmy, buttery, melts into the lips in a natural medium pink with soft shine. Both of these formulas make me feel polished and put together, but sheer and subtle equals low maintenance, which we love. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this updated look at some beautifully barely there pics. It famously takes a lot of effort to look effortless, but I love the art of working with products in a light-handed way. Thank you so much to Typology for working with me. I became such a fan of the brand last year, and I know many of you are too, having recommended it to me over the years. But if they're a new discovery for you, let me know if you'd like to see more of their formulas in action in future. I'm so impressed by them, so I'd love to run you through more of the range in a brand overview if that would be of interest. Oh, and remember that glowy, shimmering dry oil offer is there for you via the link below. Get glowing. Let me know if you've mastered no makeup. I can't wait to hear what you use in your own fresh-faced routines. Do you stick to this sort of style all the time or prefer more coverage and bolder colour, or maybe a mix of both? I'll catch you in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.